The treatment that you set up for is your 30-minute dermaplane. So this is just a basic 30-minute dermaplane treatment. It consists of course, your consultation, which you would have done either prior to the client arriving, if you send them via email, or you can do that as your client arrives at the clinic, so face to face, so you can get more of an in-depth look into the skin.
This is your trolley setup. So you have everything on this trolley that you need to carry out a dermaplaning treatment. You have your eye and lip makeup remover. You also have your facial cleanser, your toners. There's a dermaplaning blade, and that little blue box that you can see, that is your dermaplaning blade box. So that is your waste bin. You've also got your PPE, so you have your gloves, which are disposable and you only use them after the one client. And then you also have your disposable face mask if you choose to wear a disposable face mask. There is a box of blades, as you can see. And then you've got 3 different toners for your 3 different skin types that we're going to be working on today. So you've also got your moisturiser, which is your hyaluronic acid moisturiser, and there is a painless peel, which is an enzyme peel, which works really well when having dermaplaning treatments. When carrying out facial treatments, I always have a mirror, because it is nice to show your client at the end what their skin looks like. There are sponges, which are disposable, and also cotton pads, which are disposable. So it's always good to have a mixture of damp and dry cotton pads. Throughout this treatment, we will be using a mixture of damp and dry cotton pads.
So this 30-minute dermaplane consists of your eye cleanse, so remove all the eye makeup from your client's skin. Also the lip cleanse, so remove all the makeup from your client's lips. We're then going to go in with your 2 cleanses.
Take care when removing the eye makeup from your client's eyes, as the skin around the eyes is more delicate and a lot thinner than other areas. Always cleanse over the lips using your eye and lip makeup remover. Your client doesn't want to go out with the makeup she came in with. Just make sure you cleanse that area. Sometimes you need more than 1 cleanse on the lip area just to remove stubborn makeup. Your client's eye makeup should be dissolved nicely now you've left those cotton pads on the eye, and then you can begin your facial cleanser. We're then going to go in with your first cleanse. So this is your superficial cleanse. Your superficial cleanse is to remove the client's makeup, remove perspiration, so sweat from the skin, pollution, any moisturiser that's been put on throughout the day. Then we're going to go in with your deep cleanse, which is your second cleanse. The second cleanse is to really work within the skin. So once all the makeup, moisturiser has been removed from your first cleanse, which is your superficial cleanse, we will then work with the deep cleanse. So use the same cleanser to get right into those pores and set the skin ready for the next step. As well as cleansing over the face, over the eyebrows, you also want to be bringing your cleanser down to the neck and also your client's décolleté. These areas you are going to work on if you do offer a massage, so it's always nice to prep the skin ready for the steps within your facial. Okay, first cleanse, superficial cleanse is done. Second cleanse, deep cleanse is done. We then want to go in with your treatment toner. Not everyone needs a toner, but in the basic dermaplane facial, you should be toning the skin. Once you apply water to the skin's pH balance changes. The toner can be used as a treatment toner, which will combat skin concerns, but the toner is also going to regulate and bring your skin's pH balance back to normal. We have a range of toners for different skin types. We've got rehydrating toner is great for anyone with dry or dehydrated skin. We then have rebalancing toner, which is really good for anyone with oily or combination skin. This toner will help to rebalance the skin. And then we have the calming toner, which will help any sensitized skin to remove any redness and calm the skin. Your client's skin will now be ready and prepped, ready to go in with your dermaplaning.
So we've now onto the dermaplaning part. So you should be fully qualified or accredited and insured and be able to carry out this treatment. There are other steps that you have to have in place. For example, you need your sharp spin to make sure you are removing waste correctly. And that's something we do delve into within our courses. So this is your dermaplane holder, and then you have got your dermaplane blade as well. So I love Swan and Morton, they're fabulous. It's a 10R, if you can see, 10R blade, and it's really, really good and very, very sharp, so you have to be very careful. So you're dermaplaning, you've got your blade, if you can see, it's got like a little bit of a slant at the top there. The best way to think of how you're going to put the blade into the dermaplaning holder is, so obviously you would have your gloves on ready for this treatment, but I'm just going to show you how to apply the blade into the holder. So if you can see, it has got a little slant at the bottom, and obviously you've got a little slant there. If I was to pop that in there, it's not going to fit. Best way, turn it over and then just press it in. If you can see, that fits perfectly. When you're prepping for your dermaplane facial, you also want to make sure you have your gloves on ready, and you're also not touching the blade at all. Obviously the blades come in a protective layer anyway, like that, so it's really, really good just to make sure you're using that and you are not touching the blade. It's good practice as well to do it in front of your clients so they can see. Just make sure everything is, you know, follow your health and safety, make sure everything is clean and tidy. So you've popped that in, you're going to put that, make sure. So the best way to do it, because if you can see, you have got a little gap within your dermaplaning blade, so you want to make sure that sits in between. So if I just show you how to do it, so you've got your 10R, I don't know if you can see it on the front, so there is a little marking of 10R at the bottom there, and what the best way to do it is I tend to scoop it under, so scoop the dermaplaning blade under and press it in. It's like a perfect fit, fabulous. So you're all ready for your dermaplaning part of the facial. Carried out your dermaplaning facial, you have these little disposable boxes. So you would put your blade, once you've used it, into this little hole here. This is to be picked up as well from your waste management company. Pay them a monthly fee, or you can pay yearly, and they just come and dispose of this. There's also waste bins, so clinical waste bins you can also get, but if you're a private clinic, you're working on your own, or a small team, these are perfectly. I use them in the salon. I've got 2 employees, so there's 3 of us, and these are fab. They last for ages. So if you do more your semi-permanent makeup, or you're more of your skin needling as well, and that's all you do, you're probably best off getting the bigger waste bins. So it's a really good practice as well. So you need your disposable gloves. I never use latex. I only use vinyl, just because a lot more people are allergic to latex than vinyl. I've never had anyone who is allergic to vinyl, but obviously check with your client. This is where your consultation comes in handy as well. So you can get them absolutely anywhere, your gloves. And also you've got your masks. So you shouldn't be drawing blood at all with dermaplaning, but sometimes it is good to have your PPE, so your personal protective equipment, and your mask is one of them. And they're disposable, so it's one use for one client, and then you get rid of them. That is it. And they just go into your normal waste paper bin.
Always protect yourself and your clients. It shows professionalism. It shows that you're adhering to health and safety standards. In regards to your blade holder, a sterilisation kit is great, as this warms up and it kills any bacteria on your dermaplane holder. It's really good for a range of metal tools. Plastics are a no-no, but metal tools can be placed within your sterilizer. Now you have the correct PPE, so you have your gloves on, your disposable gloves. You want to ask your client to turn the head to the side, position the blade on the skin and hold the blade really taut. The skin needs to be held taut so you've not got any loose skin, which can result in cutting the client. It is best the client doesn't speak throughout this treatment, especially around the jaw and the lip area, as the client moves their face, this is also going to prevent you from moving the dermaplaning blade correctly. Take your time and use As you near the chin, it is important to keep the skin taut. Carry out the treatment over the lip in really small areas, taking your time and not working too fast. The congestion around the nose and the lip area can be lifted using the dermaplaning blade. Hold the skin taut wherever you move to and mould the blade to the client's skin contours. I only ever dermaplane between the eyebrows. I never dermaplane right under the eyes or underneath the eyebrow. Take care and take your time when using the blade around the nose and the contours of the nose, as it's not very fleshy and it is easy to nick your client. Once you are ready to move on to the other side of the face, gently move your client's face to the side and repeat all movements as you did on the first side of the face. Take your time, keep the skin taut. Once you have finished the dermaplaning, you are then going to use the most amazing enzyme peel on your client's skin. This is just going to remove any excess dead skin and keep your client's skin lovely and smooth. Apply the painless peel and leave it on the client's skin for 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, you want to use small circular movements to rub the product in, and the product will start to flake. Once the product started flaking and you've exfoliated the area enough, remove the product with damp cotton pads or damp sponges. The last stage is giving your client the correct aftercare and rebooking them in for their next treatment.